Well, good midday, good midday to you one and all. And guess what? The sun is shining. Can you believe it? Uh, But it's basically the calm before the storm. Yeah, there's some snow coming. And if I understand everything correctly, it is going to begin Thursday. Um, we don't know what's going to happen. We do know it's going to be cold. We haven't changed our mind about Saturday. We're still going to go with our worship service on that day. And we're just going to do what we need to do. Well, hello, Katrina. Good midday to you. And, we're just going to press on and see, as grandmama used to say, what the end going to be. Okay. And to go from there. So we appreciate the fact that you are coming on, and you are with us and are growing in the knowledge of the Lord. Jemison, bless you. Good midday to you. And so we're thankful for so many of you that are coming on, and I see you as you're jumping on here. And so I appreciate that more than you will ever know. Minister Sarah, bless you. Good midday to you. Jaleesa, good midday to you. Sharon, bless you. Thank you so much. Great midday. Denise, here I go, of the Frison. Thank you, Cora. Come on now. Come on. I need you to be my cheerleader for the share. Good midday, Linda. Thank you so much for being here with us. So, Timothy, bless you, bless you, bless you. Thank you. Okay. It's another day's journey, and I'm glad about it. Glory to God. Minister Faye, thank you. Pastor Good, bless you, man. How are you, man of God? Grateful that you are with us on today as well. I hope that you are doing what you need to do within reason for the Christmas season that is coming up. And me, I'm online delivery person. Barbara, God bless your soul. I'm to the point now where if I go into a store, it's going to be a dollar store, Dollar Tree, dollar something, and I'm gonna catch it at a particular time when ain't nobody in there. And so, Carolyn Williams, good midday. Lavonda, Sister Rains, bless you. Thank you for being with us. It just means the world when I see you come on. We're praying for you and with you, and we're so grateful for your prayers for what the Lord is doing. Doe, good midday. How you doing? How you feeling? Listen, y'all better enjoy the sunshine. Good midday. Good midday to you one and all. Yes. Yeah. Um, I've got wrapping to do, and I have um, some stuff that needs to be delivered. And I'm going to handle all of that today and get that out of the way. But doing well, doing well. As the song says, I won't complain. Okay. Wendy, Carolyn Johnson, Nancy, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless your souls, bless your souls for being here with us on today. Lisa, bless you. Tell mom, dad we said hello. Okay. We're going to come back on a little bit later, and we're going to talk about Saturday's worship service. And we're going to do what we need to do. Oh my God, y'all waiting on the question? Y'all waiting on the question? Pee Wee, bless you in Columbus. Thank you so much for being with us. Yeah, I got a question. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to ask because I've got three. I'm waiting on the Lord to tell me which one I need to ask you guys. But I am Sister Thomas, bless you. I am looking forward to let me see what we got here. Thank you so much, Media Ministry. Bless you for always being on post. I appreciate that more than you ever know, because we want to make sure that our presentation is the best that we can possibly provide. Okay. Elder Mansell, bless you. Gladys, tell Tom I said hello. Yeah, 3 is a lot. I don't want to whip all 3 of them on you. I just kind of waiting to see which one kind of resonates just a little more. But yeah, and a matter of fact, I had to ask the Lord to deliver me from a level of sadisticness, just being devilish. Okay. What I used to do before I started ordering stuff, y'all want the question? What I used to do, I would shop early, and then on Christmas Eve I would get in my car and I'd go to the mall and I just laugh. I needed to be delivered from that. Okay. Um, because I looked at people who waited till the last minute. They pushing each other, cussing each other out, trying to find a parking spot, giving each other fingers, all kind of stuff happened. Good midday, Carletta. And so I had made it up in my mind that the easiest thing for me to do, one, y'all know I love me some Amazon because that's where I shop at. And although I haven't done a lot of Amazon shopping this time because their prices are higher. And so I've done my shopping online. Oh yeah, they would be giving each other the finger, cussing each other out. They would be in the stores, Katrina, literally getting ready to fight over some items. And I was like, I needed to be delivered from that, Carolyn Williams, because I was just, it thrilled me to watch these people be just that stupid. Elder Pamela Mansell, bless you for being here with us. And so I used to do that every year. Every year I go out and I just be going up in the mall laughing at people, or going in the stores laughing and all of that, because all of mine was done. And so with that, y'all waiting on this question, ain't y'all? Okay. That's good, Carolyn. I'm so glad that you'll be with your son. Jesus be offense. And so the Lord has delivered me from a sadistic spirit where I just enjoyed watching people make fools out of themselves. So this year, I have all the shopping is done. I'll be wrapping today, and there's a couple of things that will be shipped out today. And I'm finished. I've done it all. And I'm a little late because normally I try to get it done at least 2 weeks in advance. But this time we did. Well, y'all ready for the question? All in favor say no, I'm just kidding. I got 2 questions. I sense the 2, and I'm going to ask them in the reverse order that I wrote them down. Okay. The first question is, have you learned to endure, or have you given up? Have you learned to endure, or have you given up? The next question is, what event or events came your way that shook your faith? Sylvia Scott, good midday to you. And the reason that I ask, you got a good deal on, and no, Amazon was not my friend this year. Not my friend. The reason I ask this question, hey Kathy, dear, how are you? Tell Mahogany I want to see her Saturday, okay? How do I want to say this? Life is not fair. Nowhere in the Bible does it says it will be. Yes. Have you learned to endure or have you given up? The second question is, what event or events uh, came your way that shook your faith? Now, the reason I'm going to challenge if you say you've learned to endure. How long ago, Mary, how are you, dear? How long ago, or what's the time period on the last time you got shook? You got despondent. You became disillusioned. You became, hey, Cheryl, you became angry. You became vindictive. You became envious. You became ungrateful or unthankful. And I'm doing this. I'm doing this because life has a way of dealing stuff that you really don't want. Because a lot of times we say we've conquered something. A lot of times we say I've overcome it. But in those silent moments of being with yourself, okay? In those moments when you see something and you react to it a certain way, have you really learned to endure, or did you just say, this, I quit? Elder Boundary, bless you, dear, for being with us. And the reason I say this is because Revelation chapter 2, verses 9 and 10. Thank you for being honest. Rose, bless you. Says something overwhelmingly powerful, and we got into it because we live in an age where people want easy Christianity. Okay. They want ease in Zion Christianity. They want name it and claim it Christianity. And I've always challenged, Ethel, bless you, good midday. I've always challenged some of our more charismatic brothers and sisters who are the name it and claim it people, but the name it and claim it never goes to the hood, never goes to the ghetto, never goes to the rescue missions or the Salvation Army or those places where folk are at the lowest ebb of their life. Winnie, good midday to you. The name it and claim it. Everything is going to be well. You'll never have a bad day. You'll never be broke. You'll never. None of that actually permeates itself into that segment of society where the worst thing that could possibly happen is happening. And so I need us to see something, because we have to learn to be faithful in tribulation and poverty. That's what it says. Can I read it? Can I read it? I know your tribulation and your poverty, but you are rich. And the blasphemy of those who say that they are Jews and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. Do not fear what you are about to suffer. Behold, the devil is about to cast you into prison so that you will be tested, and you will have tribulation for 10 days. Be faithful unto death, and I'll give you a crown of life. Let me help you with this. People are all right as long as the bills are paid, everything's in line. Ida, bless you. Good midday to you. They enjoy a God who gives out treats and goodies and all of those other kind of things, okay? And the name it and claim it. But Jesus in Mark chapter 8, verse 34, in Mark chapter 8, verse, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, Thea? And that's where we have to be careful when we say that we're enduring, because sometimes some stuff will come that will challenge whether you've really took up your cross. Matthew 8:34 says, but Jesus has called us to take up our cross and to follow him. Now, a cross is not light. A cross is not convenient. A cross is uncomfortable. Ooh. And so what we have to learn in the midst of that is that even on a bad day, God is still good. Even in a terrible situation, God is still good. When you're on top of the mountain, God is still good. When you're in the valley, God is still good. Hey, LMA, when the doctor ain't sure what to do, God is still good. When the doctor figures it out, God is still good. Got COVID, God is still good. No COVID, God is still good. Pneumonia, God is still. I wish I had 5 people that can recognize, and I've learned this, and I've seen this, and many of us have to recognize that it rains on the just as well as the unjust. And in the midst of that, what is my testimony? Is my testimony that my shout is predicated upon fair weather situations? Is my shout predicated on the fact that I really know where I'm going and how I'm going to get there? Or is my shout predicated on the fact that I'm in the dirge of life? I'm in the darkest moment of my very existence, but yet still there is a glimmer of hope that exists within me. Because when I look back over my life and I see what God has brought me through, it ought to be able to illuminate my spirit to the point that though he slay me, yet will I trust him. So this is what we've got to understand, is the church's job is to obey Christ faithfully, not to please people. And that sometimes is one of the problems that gets us in trouble, is because we want to be people pleasers. And what we fail to understand, what we fail to recognize, what we fail to grasp is that we are not in the position of making buddies. We're in the position of letting folk know that God is faithful. I wish I had 5 people. Okay. All right. If there was a choice between standing for Christ and winning popularity, I'll take Christ any day. Because can I tell you something? Being popular only lasts for a season, and that season ain't that long. And we say that thing, Erica, only what you do for Christ will last. So here's my question. Have you learned to endure, or have you given up? Or what event or events came your way that shook your faith? And I don't care who you are, Camila, what you have to recognize and understand, everybody gets shook, but you ought not be shook so bad or so tremendously that you back away from. See, think about this. And I know I'm gonna get in trouble. I know I'm gonna get in trouble. But I can tell when folk are going through stuff. Hey, Sister Brady, how are you? Is as soon as trouble happens, they cease to show up to the place that just may have the solution to their problem. The enemy is so good at doing that. He's so good at convincing you that if you just stay home and wallow in the pies of despair, everything will be fine. And the devil is a liar. He is the father of lies. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand, Pastor James Mansell. My hope is built on nothing. Y'all, okay. There's nothing else, and I've had to learn this, that I can build my faith on. Because if I build my faith on popularity, it changes as the wind blows. If I build my faith upon being famous or recognized or somebody, that only lasts for a season. If I build who I am, Minister Rhonda, upon what people think, how they feel, and all that, it doesn't last that long. And here's what happens. When my faith is built upon opinions, people, circumstances, popularity, and things, when the things changes and shifts, so too does my faith. So too, because you got to remember, I can't even put my faith in me because I'm too shaky to be trusted sometimes. And so what do I have to do? I have to know without a shadow of a doubt, like we see in Revelation chapter 2, verses 9 and 10, that God says, and you got to catch this if you don't catch anything else. God says, I know your tribulation. I know your poverty, which means what? I'm in the middle of it anyway. Can I? Okay. I got to go back to the book of Job. You do know and you do understand in no uncertain terms that God makes sure that he takes the full sting out of every situation that the enemy is allowed to come into your life with, because God is not in the business of destroying you. God is in the business of developing you. God is not in the business of destroying you. God is in the business of developing you. God is not in the business of destroying you. God is in the business of developing you. God is not in the business of destroying you. God is in the business of developing you. And you better catch this, that these tribulations, these traumas, these troubles that come into your life are going to work a greater work in your life, because these light afflictions are nothing in comparison to the reward that shall come to them that go through these things. And it's not about going through, it's about how you go through. Do you go through in faith? Do you go through in trusting? Do you go through believing? Do you go through depending? Or do you go through miserable, mad, and crazy and bent out of shape? No, I make a choice. I wish I had somebody. I wish I had somebody. Can you put in the text? I made a choice. Yeah, I made a choice not to be mad. I made a choice not to be depressed. I made a choice not to be mean. I made a choice not to live nasty and be nasty toward people. I made a choice that I'm going to make Jesus my choice. And in the midst of making Jesus my choice, his joy is my strength. I made a choice. I made a choice that I'm going to live for him. I made a choice that I'm going to trust him. I made a choice that in the midst of everything that's going on, I made a choice. I made a choice that he's the best thing that ever happened to me, even in a bad situation. I made a choice that there's nobody like him. I made a choice. I made a conscientious choice, because I'm tired of choosing the other stuff. I'm tired of choosing the madness. I'm tired of choosing the craziness. I'm tired of the mayhem. Mayhem will come, but mayhem don't control. Woo. My God, my God, my God. When things are good, he's still good. When things are bad, he's still good. When things are right, he's good. When things are wrong, he's good. Because can't nobody do you like Jesus. Can't nobody do you like the Lord. We're not here to be popular. We are here to let people know that in him we live, move, and have. I'm not here to be popular. I'm here to let people know that in him we live, move, and have. I'm not here to be popular. I'm not here to be famous. I'm here to let people know that in him we live, move, and have our being. And when you don't want to talk to me, he still will. And when you don't want to be bothered with me, he still will. When you think I ain't about nothing, he still knows that I am his, because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. When you are talking about me like a dog, he'll still talk to me and tell me, don't you worry about it. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy will show up in the morning. I wish I had some folk out here that understood exactly what I'm saying, because everything that I am is because of him. Everywhere I go is because of him. Everything I become is because of him. Everything I possess is because of him. The reins of my mind are held because of him in the midst of everything that's going on in my life. If it hadn't been for the Lord on my side, I'd have lost my ever loving mind. And so I need us to understand that. Listen, we all have momentary shocks, but you ought not be shocked for 10 to 15 to 20 years. All of us, Lynn, go through moments of depression and being bent out of shape and lonely and despondent, but it ought not last your whole life. Because if it does, then you need to reevaluate. Where are you in Christ? Have you given up? Because can I tell you something? And then I got to get out of here because I done went too long. You may have given up on you, but God, through Jesus Christ, has never given up on you. You may say, well, I don't believe that. He would have never died for a quitter or a loser. He died for you and I to live victorious in the pressure, in the heat, in the trauma, in the whatever. He said, if I go through the fire, you'll be with me. If I go through the flood, you'll raise up a standard against it. And you've got to, and here's all you got to do. And then I got to go. Here's all you got to do. Can you just look back? Not at all the madness, but look at how God turned it into a miracle. I got to go. Y'all make sure that y'all have a blessed day in the Lord. I appreciate the fact that you have taken out this time, because I done took too much of your time. And then I'll be back later on to talk about Saturday's worship service. Got to get some stuff done. Got to get some things out of here and take care of what needs to be taken care of. I love you, each and every one of you, with the love of Jesus Christ. May God bless you. May he keep you is our prayer.